So what is it about magic that's got you all excited? And
magic was just a a bit of a fun way to start to talk, and a bit of a intuition pump, which I'm not usually a big fan. I think it's a bit of a dirty trick to do that, but I'm not a real philosopher, so I think I can get away with it. The idea is just that it's just a version of higher order theory to try to think how consciousness is, conscious perception is basically how to think of a way to account for conscious perception is to think of it as there are three features of conscious perception. One is that it has to be, it tends to give you beliefs of the corresponding thing you're seeing. And the beliefs are not just like, subpersonal things in your representation. They're just personal level beliefs. And it also, the belief seems to feel subjectively justified. So there seems to be a logical connection, almost like if you have to justify why you think I'm talking to you now, and you would say, well, because I see you, and that justification. Yeah. So building on that, and then you have a certain version of higher order theory. You can account for these features, and these features relate to magic because that also sort of account for some kind of sleight of hand type of magic tricks. Why it's so funny to see? Because if conscious perception have those features, then of course then that's why magic is so fun, because every time you see the magic trick, it directly impinges on you a certain belief, and the belief feels right and feels justified. And yet to just violate all the other beliefs you have. So it's like so mind-boggling. But it's not like just like data evidence accumulation, right? Because if you're counting things and you just miscount it and you count it again, then ultimately you're adding the bill in the restaurant and you add it wrong. Ultimately you would resolve the issue and just realize, oh, I'm too drunk to add, so let's forget about it. Like you would just at some point you would figure out which premise to take out, and the argument would add up. But when it comes to conscious perception, it has this automatic nature that it just every time you see it, it automatically impinges on you that subjectively justified personal level belief, and that's why it's so mind-boggling to see magic. You can see it over and over again. It's still crazy. I'm talking about.
Your view is that you can't appreciate magic. There can be no unconscious magic.
That's the intuition. That was not a part of the argument, but I think that intuition seems right. I say, I just show you a magic trick. You see, yeah, you didn't see it, but it's because it's subliminal. Well, then it's not magic. It's not fun to see. Like, why would you do that? And even if it makes you giggle, it's not quite right to think that it's magic.